played chess too.
Huh?
I had that same kind of luck the other time I played chess too.
What
I
happened
just
then?
followed the other person around and ended up winning.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Now the other card game I really enjoy is a game called Card Monte. You've heard of the
Yeah, 3 Card Monte, absolutely.
Yeah, well, Card Monte, it's quite a game, you know. Oh, that's getting to be a little bit uncomfortable seat there for me. Let me stand up here for a second. Now, Card Monte, it's a really interesting game. It's the game where you try and find the red queen as it's mixed with the 2 black aces.
Okay.
Now, some of you guys may have played it. Some of you might even have lost at it. If you've played it, then you know that it's not you against the game, but you against the man who's dealing the game. Which reminds me of one guy in particular. His name was Cleveland Joe. He used to throw money down on the south side of Chicago, down on Maxwell Street in Halstead back when it was a real street market. And I only saw him twice, but I'll always remember him as the guy who played Card Monte with 4 cards. He called it his little game of looky-loo, 3 for me and 1 for you.
Okay.
But now finding the red queen as it's mixed with 3 black aces is a tougher odd to beat. And so of course the payoffs were always bigger. But you know what, seemed there was always some joker in the audience who would say, "Excuse me, sir, but isn't that game supposed to be played with 3 cards instead of 4?
Right.
Well, old Joe was always happy to oblige. He says, well, you can play it with 4, or you can play it with 3. Just keep your eye on the little red queen. Hey diddle diddle, she's the one in the middle." And he would do his fancy little shuffle, and he says, "Where's the lady now?" And people would bet on where they thought the queen was. But you see, it didn't matter which card they chose, because this guy was good. In fact, he was real good. You might even say he was too good.
Wow.
You see, he was cheating.
Wow.
Now, you know what? I watched him all afternoon. I figured out what he was doing.
Okay.
He would wait for somebody to say, "Isn't that game supposed to be played with 3 cards instead of 4? Always have to oblige. He says, "Well, you can play with 4, you can play with 3. Just keep your eye on that little red queen. Hey diddle diddle, she's the one in the middle." And he did his fancy little shuffle, and when he made a move like this, he said, "Where is the lady now?" Did you see it the first time I did it? See, that's the switch. That's how it's done. Don't worry, most people don't catch that even when they're standing all around like that. Because it doesn't matter which card you choose, because by that time the queen is no longer in his hand. By that time the queen is in his coat.
I didn't even see that. I was standing right back here. I didn't even see that.
Wow.
Now, I figured I had the game all busted out.
Yeah.
I went home, I gathered up all the cash I could lay my hands on.
Yeah.
I went back down to Maxwell Street. As soon as he started, I said, wait a minute. Isn't that game supposed to be played with 3 cards instead of 4? Old Joe, he looked at me and he smiled. He says, "Well, you can play with 4, you can play with 3. Just keep your eye on that little red queen. Hey diddle diddle, she's the one in the middle." And he did his fancy little shuffle, and he said, "Where is the lady now?" Well, he made his move, so I made mine. I stepped up to his table. I laid my money down. I said, "The queen is in your coat."
That's right.
That's
the
right.
The queen is in the coat.
The queen is in the coat. Well, I'll tell you why. Now, hold on one
You
second.
better hold
See,
on to that money for a while.
I learned 3 things that day. I learned that you should never play cards with a man named after a city.
Okay.
That you should never try and con a con man.
Wow.
And that a fool and his money are lucky to get together in the first place. Now, Ike, if you really want to put that 20 up, I'll toss these cards around for you a little bit later on.
Oh, man. That is really something. Well, here's the $20 I owe you then.